everyone. Welcome back to Karen About Wrestling. I'm your host, Karen the Intern, and this is 365 Pro Wrestling. I'm so excited. We have a great show for you here this evening. But first of all, I would like to tell you about some live shows coming up here in the near future. We have got March 15th at Campbell River. We have got March 26th at the White Eagle Hall in Victoria. And April 5th, you don't want to miss this, Wrestle Craze, is at the First Met Fellowship Hall, also here in Victoria. You can get your tickets and everything 365 at 365prowrestling.com. Of course, we have all the socials as well. And if you're here, you have found us on YouTube, so make sure you like and subscribe. So I got to tell you guys, I was at a show here in Victoria at the White Eagle Hall on Saturday, and it was off the hook. That was some amazing wrestling. I couldn't get over it, but of course, the highlight of it all was the main event where we had the six-way match with some of the cream of the crop wrestlers for the belt. Of course, Devin Shooter managed to hold on to the belt. But I got to tell you, I saw some crazy stuff in the ring that night. So definitely get your tickets, because any of these live shows, you're definitely going to want to check them out. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce you to my guest for the evening. So wrestling for just about 2 years now. Trained at the Pro Wrestling Academy in Campbell River. If you want to become a pro wrestler, check out Pro Wrestling Academy. Tag team partners, tag teams Moment of Truth and Guilty Truth with Eddie Osborne, and is the current holder of the 365 Tag Team Champ with Guilty Truth. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Sawyer Stein.
All right.
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, just doing a little interview here. I see you've brought the belt. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Don't leave my side.
It's gorgeous. So you take it.
Normally I have two, but Eddie and I did do the trade at the White Eagle Polo Hall. Like, kind of on the same page now, as far as I know. I mean, yeah, it was the whole thing was he wouldn't make me a shirt. Finally made me a shirt. I was like, all right, dude, here's your belt. Let's do this for real.
I love that. A little tete-a-tete. You guys traded up, and now you're on equal ground, and you're moving forward as a tag team.
That was the whole goal. I'm not gonna lie. That's all I wanted.
Amazing. Well, you two together are formidable in the ring. Let me tell you, it's a powerhouse between these two guys. I would not want to be any tag team facing you two.
I wouldn't either, to be honest with you.
Right on. All right, cool. So hope you'll stick around for a little bit, because we'd like to ask you some questions, get to know you a little better. Your fans have some questions they would like to ask, and hopefully at some point maybe we'll get into a little lightning round action. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. I like the sounds of that.
Nice. All right, cool. So let's get right into it. So as we were talking about, so you are currently a member of Guilty Truth, but previously you were a member of Moment of Truth, or still?
I'm still with those guys. I mean, like, they did give me a lot of guidance, like, especially when I was, like, just graduating from the Pro Wrestling Academy. The trainers there are, like, probably the best in Canada, in my opinion. Like, there's nothing you can't learn there. I mean, your opportunity after coming out of there is just, it's insane. The options are endless. You can do anything you want. I mean, I was so happy to have my training be with them, and I mean, I hope that it's shown, because I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I don't know about you guys, but
no, I think you're an excellent representation of the type of quality talent that's coming out of 365 Wrestling Academy.
Yeah, no, I love the academy. It was a great time. I still go back there and train. Not as much as I was, unfortunately, but I mean, when you're the tag champ, you're a busy man.
Yes, indeed. I imagine there's a lot going on. You must have to be dealing with your fans constantly mobbing you everywhere you go, and
it's not so much of a mob. It's actually more digital these days. It's just like it's on every social media. It's Facebook, Instagram, X. I mean, like even like I noticed that some of the 365 videos on YouTube, as soon as you put my name in there, kind of just like the views just go. But
Yeah.
maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just noticing. I don't know. I don't know.
No,
But
that's awesome. Yeah, it's a digital age, that's for sure. So
yeah,
you got to use that to your advantage.
yeah, exactly. You got to do what you got to
100%.
do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, moving along, so what is your favorite city to wrestle in?
Hmm. I mean, Victoria's pretty cool. Hometown. It's hard to beat that. Uh, there's a couple others I really enjoy though, and I was actually talking about it on my way here. Gold River, awesome crowd. I mean, you're not going to get your 500, 600, 700 people like you do at like Market Square, like downtown Victoria, or at the First Mat Fellowship Hall, like when we do like wrestle craze and things like that. But it's amazing because I like those smaller towns like that. You get like a super enthusiastic, like energetic crowd. They're always into it. You get all ages, all different walks of life, all different types of people there, and that's kind of something that I like. I mean, I want to entertain these people. I want to do the best job I can in there, and it's always nice when the people you're performing for and having matches for are like super grateful for that. And like towns like Gold River are like kind of one of those ones where it's like, sure, maybe you don't have the big spotlight on you and the big shiny lights, but they're having 10 times more fun than some of these other people. So I like those places like that.
Yeah, I love that. That's so true. Yeah, it is. And every show that I have been to, big or small so far, like the crowd is just so into it. Everybody
Hmm.
loves it. I remember the first time I learned about like one fall, like I was so
Yeah.
excited. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was like, couldn't wait.
Well, like before I even started wrestling, I was going to shows like that, and that was the bread and butter. It was just like getting the crowd interaction going, and like telling those stories is the best part of it for
Yeah.
me, anyways. I mean, everybody's always different, and they're gonna have their own opinions, but for me, that was my favorite part about it.
Yeah, I love that so much for sure. Yeah, it's definitely about the crowd, and you can feel that the crowd absolutely loves what you guys are doing for sure. Let's see, what got you into wrestling in the first place?
I guess that's kind of like a piggyback question on what I just
Yeah.
said, but I mean, um, what got me into wrestling in the first place? I mean, as a fan, I would always watch it as a kid growing up with my dad. I mean, we'd watch it religiously, like multiple times a week. Doesn't matter if it was WWE, if it was TNA, if it was New Japan, if it was anything. Like we always just watch whatever we possibly could on any platform that we could at the time. And like even just finding stuff on YouTube to watch. Like he would always tell me stories about like stuff back in the day with like All Star Wrestling and like how Andre the Giant would come into town and he'd like see how big these dudes are and like just his own experience as a child himself, and that was like stuff that just captivated me so wholly. And like um just being able to share that with him and eventually like other members of my family and other friends that I have, like we'd have like WrestleMania parties and like we'd like wrestle on a trampoline. And I guess I did technically start as a backyard, or not really though, because we were just messing around. We were stupid kids. But yeah, I mean, we definitely didn't listen to "Don't Try This at Home," and um, those are so fun. Like those are memories I'll always cherish. And you know, when I first started going to like wrestling shows, because like I didn't really go to a ton of them. Like my dad took me to a few here and there as a kid. Like we didn't really get a lot of stuff in Victoria, but when they started coming around a bit more often, like we went to Vancouver here and there, and like go with a couple of friends. You go and see stuff at like Silver City when they're playing pay-per-views on the big screen. Those that was big time for us. But like when you start seeing those live shows, it's just a whole other animal. I mean, watching wrestling on TV is one thing, but when you go and see it in person, it's like it's jaw-dropping. It's astonishing. It's incredible. And it only took me a few shows, like once I started to reach my teenage years, I guess you could say, where I was like, hey, I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to do it at some point. I don't know when or how or where, but it's something I'm going to do. And it was on my list for a long time. And I know for like a few years, it was kind of on the back burner with other projects and commitments I had, but it was definitely something I was going to do. And kind of like the catalyst event of that was when I went to a PWA show, which was 365, actually. That was their name before they turned into 365. There was a show, it had Eli Surge and Carlito versus Brett Matthews and Jordy Taylor.
What?
I know.
Serious?
It's crazy how it all comes around. But yeah, I went to that show. I was a huge Carlito fan at that point, and I just found out about like indie, like super like local wrestling and everything. And like this was before like 365 was as big as it is today. And I was like, holy cow, like I can't miss this show. Carlito's coming to my city. I'm going. Little did I know that we had so many other stars that were wrestling like in my own town. So I was just flabbergasted when I went to the show. Um, there was other guys there. It was there's so many good matches. Like and when you got the VIP thing too, you get the little pre-show match, a little extra. You get the little extra bang for your buck. But yeah, that main event really sold it for me. And like you got to meet Carlito, talk to him a little bit, ask him a couple questions here and there, and yeah, by the end of it, I was sold out. And then on top of that, not only was I like, yeah, I'm definitely doing this now. Um, I believe, I think it was Thomas Chow, the ring announcer that day. He announced that PWA, Professional Wrestling Academy, was opening a school in Victoria. Believe it or not.
What?
Mm-hmm. Short few weeks after that, I rolled into the studio and the ring was up. I saw it and I was like, well, let's go. I'm doing this thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, no, that's fantastic. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to take a quick little break here,
Yeah, sure.
to take care of some housekeeping, maybe do a little commercial action, something.
Hey, you do what you got to do. I can do this all day.
All right, that's excellent because I probably could too. So right on. All right, so don't go anywhere, you guys. We're gonna be right back with Karen About Wrestling.
How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Yeah.
You need anything?
Not yet.
All right.
No, hold on. Jordy says me.
Don't stop.
How are we doing for time?
We're good.
Don't stop.
Five, four, three, two, go.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Karen, and this is Karen About Wrestling on the 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm here with Sawyer Stein. Took care of your business there.
Half of the tag team champion.
Half
Sawyer
of the tag
Stein.
team.
I mean,
Half of the tag team. We can't ignore the belt. It's
No.
very shiny and
that's another thing I just wanted to comment on quickly. I think this belt deserves a lot more respect. Tag team wrestling, a beautiful art, and quite frankly, I don't think it gets enough respect as it is in our business. And to me, I think it's way harder than singles wrestling. That's my opinion. Some people might agree, some people might not agree. But for me, I think it is because not only are you planning against one opponent,
Mhm.
you got two opponents. You got two different offenses to study.
yeah.
You got two different weak points to study.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, you have to see where your partner is going to interact with those opponents that you're going against and see how their offense works into their game plan. And you have to be together as a team at all times. And that's something that we haven't done super well, to be honest, me and Eddie and myself, sorry.
You've only been together a short time, though.
That's true. But I think the fact that we've had these title defenses and not been on the same page until recently, I guess you could say, is testimonial to the potential of the Guilty Truth and what we can do with these tag team titles. I think we could go on one hell of a run. Kids like to say.
I think so too. So, I guess like in the broader wrestling universe, who's your favorite tag team of all time? I mean,
Such
there's
a
so many.
loaded question.
Wow.
Like, can I do like a Mount Rushmore? Because I can't just pick. I can't pick one. I want to do like a Mount Rushmore and then like a museum of like different ones that like didn't make like the huge like cliffside sculpture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's going to be a whole like flow chart of.
oh, we should do that
Yeah.
too. I mean, what do you set up for? I can't just pick one. That's one thing.
Okay,
I can't
okay.
pick one. If we're gonna go the Mount Rushmore amount, like we're avenue, like
Yeah.
route, I would be kicking myself if I left off the Hardy Boys.
Ah,
I'm a big Matt guy, but I love Jeff. Um, I loved Jeff when I was younger. Um, Matt's more my favorite now, like seeing like his whole line of work and everything he's done with recreating himself and like really applying himself and his ideas, and that's something I try and do when I'm in there, and like it's inspiring to me. So I would be stupid to not have them on there. I think they're on most people's. I'd hope they would be.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, like especially as a kid, that was my favorite tag team as well. So they're on there.
Nice.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Hardy Boys are up there. Um, if we're talking just like legendary-ish,
Yeah,
you got to put the Dudley Boys on there too. I know we're going back
yes,
to back boys, but
but
the Dudley Boys, the Dudleys,
it is
look
what
at
it
what they've
is.
done, and it's
Yeah.
not even just the WWE, everything else. I mean, they're amazing. You can't not have them on there either.
Yeah.
So now you're left with two choices, and there's still so many left. I don't even know what to do.
It's true. Can I tell you a little story? One time when I was in living in Alberta, I
Mhm.
went to Banff, and there's a Sulphur Mountain gondola that goes up the side of the mountain,
Uh-huh.
and I rode up the Sulphur Mountain gondola with the British Bulldogs.
No way.
Way,
That's pretty cool.
right?
Yeah. Do you get a picture?
I did.
Really?
Yeah, like an old school, like go to the store, get a developed picture.
One of those?
I know, right?
Hey, it's not just like a hey.
No. There was no such thing as that back in that day.
You could have fooled me.
But like they took up, no word of a lie, like 3/4 of the gondola. Though.
Well, good thing you only take up maybe a quarter, if not.
Exactly, yeah.
Jeez. Well, that's a pretty cool story. I mean, I haven't met anybody in that capacity in a while, but yeah, I mean, Bulldogs are up there. Like they're pretty sweet. There's just so many tag teams
So many.
where they've done so many cool things, and tag team wrestling over the last 20 years has been so revolutionary. Like, um, there's just so much talent everywhere, even in BC with like 365 and all the other promotions out there. Like, there's just so many talented people, and it's actually so nice to like be able to have that now, because for a long time when I was a fan and watching, like, the Pacific Northwest had this horrible label of being a black hole of wrestling, and I think in the last 5 to 10, 15 years, like we've kind of like dug ourselves out of that, and now we're like sitting on top of a mountain of shining stars. Like there's just so much talent here now, and it's such an exciting time to be a wrestling fan, and I think just 365 alone with all of the shows that we're having, it's unbelievable, and it's just it's a roller coaster ride I never want to get off of.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I'm not a wrestler, but I'll like come along for the ride. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's so much
Hey,
fun.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit more about you as a wrestler. Do you have a finishing move?
I do.
What is your finishing move?
It's called the flawless finish,
The flawless finish.
and
Right, because of course you're flawless, Sawyer Stein,
exactly.
right?
And to be
Yeah.
honest with you, it's quite a beautiful move,
Yeah.
but it's pretty detrimental to my opponents. Like I wouldn't want to eat that one. It's pretty painful. Uh, Technically, if you want to get real technical here, I mean, you're a British Bulldog fan.
I am.
Yeah, you probably love the Hearts. You probably love
Yeah.
all the technical wrestlers. So that's fine. I'll explain it to you in your lingo.
All right.
It's a double underhook,
Okay.
spinning into a 180,
Uh-huh.
jumping facebuster.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That sounds intense.
it is.
I can't wait to actually see you perform that. I don't know if I've actually
I think
seen
you
that yet.
probably have.
Maybe I have.
I think
yeah.
the time you saw it was when I defeated Eli Surge for the 365 Combat Championship.
Yes, I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah.
We won't talk about what happened before that, but
No.
that is what happened at the end, and that's the part that matters. And
Yeah.
I mean, a win's a win in the history books.
100%. And a flawless win.
Yeah.
Flawless
You
victory.
could say that. Yeah, sure. Let's go there.
All
We talking
right.
video games? Let's go.
Amazing. Yeah, we're covering all sorts of topics.
Hey, I'm here for it.
Right on. All right. So, if you could wrestle anyone at all, alive or dead, who would you wrestle?
Hmm. Alive or dead?
Alive or dead? Because there's some good wrestlers that aren't around anymore. So, yeah.
Just myself is what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
I can't like have a tag team partner and do like a crazy match, or I can't be like
No, let's just
pick
say
multiple
one-on-one,
people.
just for
one. Okay,
simplicity.
okay.
Yeah.
One-on-one match, eh? Hmm. I think I would like to have Ric Flair in an Iron Man match.
Ric Flair in an Iron Man match.
60-minute man.
That would be pretty epic.
I mean, what other better test could you have? He's
Yeah.
literally the 60-minute man, a 60-minute Iron Man match. If you win that, you're sold.
You're
Your name's
pretty much
gold. I mean,
undefeatable at that point, right?
Exactly. It would be something you can carry to your grave for the rest of your life. Put it on my gravestone. Why not?
Love it. Love it. That is an excellent answer.
Yeah.
That is an excellent answer to that question.
You
All
put me on
right.
the spot with that one.
I know. I thought I did, but you pulled it out, that's for sure. All right. So before we get into any more questions, we're just going to take another teeny tiny little break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Good. Okay, sorry, what was the question again?
What's your favorite belt?
And we are back. I'm Karen. This is Karen About Wrestling on the 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. And we are here with Flawless Sawyer Stein. So exciting.
What up?
All right. So, what is your favorite belt
Favorite belt of all time?
of all time?
Okay. My favorite belt. I would have to say, well, that's a tough question too. I wish I could have a Mount Rushmore for that. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of explained it a bit earlier, but I've always been super drawn to tag team wrestling. I'm gonna have to go with the WWE Tag Team Championships from 2001, like that era.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah, they're just so beautiful. I think those are the best looking tag belts of all time. And tag team wrestling is some of my favorite stuff out there, whether it's to watch or do. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that one. I mean, there's so many other good ones, like the Big Gold, a beautiful belt. The old United States Championship, amazing. There's I could have answered probably 12 correct answers, but like those ones for me personally, those ones are my favorite.
That's awesome. It's also awesome that you know the names of that many belts off the top of your head. I like that about you, actually.
Well, that's a drop in the bucket.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, if you're in that ring most of the time, like 90% of us were just big wrestling nerds.
Yeah, I
It's
can.
what it is.
I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about maybe doing some like non-wrestling questions,
Non-wrestling.
like non-wrestling related, some
Yeah.
things so we can get to know like Sawyer Stein. Who
Sure.
is he? What's he all about?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Awesome. So these are going to be some very hard-hitting questions. You ready for this? Well, I guess
I
you
mean,
might not
I
think so
think
because I got teeny tiny little fists, but
Sure, I guess. I mean, let's see how hard hitting these things can be.
all right, here we go. What is your favorite mini golf course?
Mini golf?
Mini golf.
Well, hold on. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm quite the golfer.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
I did
yeah.
not know that about you.
Yeah, I try to play as much as I can, but I mean, when you're tag team champion, you don't really have a ton of free time.
No, and I don't imagine they encourage a lot of wrestling on the golf course.
No,
really.
that's not happening.
No.
But yeah, play quite a bit of golf, scratch golfer. Mini golf, I don't really consider that real golf, but I do partake. I'm gonna have to go back to my home course, really. I'm gonna have to go with Blankenshop Mini Golf Course.
What really?
Yeah.
Is that like where's that? So where's
Well,
like
that's
here in
just
the
like
grid?
that's the first mini golf course I played.
Okay.
Yeah. So Saanich, somewhere around
Nice.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played the mini golf course out in Maddox Farm.
Maddox
Actually
Farm,
just in the past summer.
honorable mention,
Yeah.
not quite as good.
No. Well, I'm gonna
No,
try that one out.
yeah, no windmill, no water features.
Oh, you had me at water feature.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I guess you could say snob when it comes to golf courses.
So if we were to maybe go out mini golfing together, would you be able to maybe give me a few tips?
I guess so.
Yeah.
You probably would need them if you're gonna play me.
I would definitely need them. I am horrible at mini golf. I just like to
There
be
you go.
outside and whack
That's
the
just
ball with a stick.
that's just one part of the game. Just putting.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
I could
important.
drive very long with these little chicken arms, but all right. So, what are you watching on Netflix or Disney or whatever? Or you have a favorite show that you're watching right now?
Right now, I'm into Animal Kingdom. Very good. When I'm not watching wrestling, so most of the
Of
time I'm just
course.
watching that. But yeah, Animal Kingdom's been really good. Uh, yeah, that's mine right now.
So
I
your
mean, there's
go-to is like a good animal show,
what?
like a good
You
show.
clearly haven't seen this. It's a crime drama.
Oh, is it? No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm new here.
Apparently,
Animal Kingdom. So it's a crime drama, not a show about animals.
you got it.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good.
It's a deceptive title. Okay, but I'm gonna check it out. So that's awesome. Animal Kingdom.
You seen that? You seen the guy? What's his name? Uh, it's the annoying box guy.
It's the annoying box guy.
Yeah, he has like the thing, Fe something, FELT, FELTs.
Whoa.
Oh, there he is. Hey,
Whoa.
hey, creepy dude. Fill
We've
that
got
up.
a fifth dimension situation here, everyone. I don't know. I didn't know he worked
That's good.
here.
Just leave me alone.
He's the water guy. He was actually there, right? You saw that? Okay. It's not just me. All right. So let's ask another question here. So what about
Let's get this going.
let's just get right back into it because
So that's
I might need to talk to my therapist next week.
Wait.
Okay, so do you have any tattoos?
Mm-hmm.
You do. So
I do.
tell me about your tattoos.
I have one, but it's a work in progress right now.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna be kind of like a whole little collaboration of different ideas I have, but I have one right now. If you follow me on social media and Instagram, you can see why I have it.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it a little bit mysterious.
Oh
It
yeah.
has to do with
Sawyer Stein.
yeah, if I accept you. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's a very meaningful tattoo. It means a lot to me, and as part of like what it's part of why I've joined wrestling a little bit. Gets into a lot of deeper feelings of Sawyer Stein, and we'll just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it a little bit of a mystery.
I like that. I like it. Can you tell us at least?
Not just wrestling. There's other parts of my life in there as well. But
It's all kind of intermingled and
yeah, and
piece
there's
of art on your
and
skin.
just one single piece.
Nice.
It's very eloquent.
Can you share where it is on your
It's on my arm.
arm? Yeah, there you go.
And I'm not taking this off the show you.
Okay, that's fine because yeah, that's fine. Okay, and okay, so getting back into wrestling for just a quick minute, do you have any advice for anyone who's thinking about getting into wrestling?
Anyone who's thinking about getting into wrestling.
Like I kind of am. I'll admit, like there's a part of me that when I'm watching, I'm kind of like it would be very cool to like get in there. So if I was gonna start out, what would you tell me?
What would I tell you? Try if you want. That's what I tell you. Anyone else who's trying to get into professional wrestling, I mean, you have to love it.
Yeah.
You cannot just be like, oh yeah, it's fun to watch and go see a show here and there. Like, no, it's not going to help you. You need to love wrestling. You need to love the art of it. You need to love the physicality of it. You need to be able to put your body on the line, your life on the line every time you step through those ropes, because that's what we do. Training, on the other hand, is a whole different animal. if you're going to start training, which is what you have to do in order to get into a wrestling ring, be prepared to go home very hurt, very sad, and well, you might not be sad going home. You're like, yeah, that was awesome, but you're gonna be extremely sad when you wake up the next day and you can't get out of bed. There's been more times than I can count that that's happened to me, whether it's after a show or after training. But training is just brutal, and do not join if you're not ready to take a beating. Do not join if you can't physically take pain, or quite frankly, if you don't think you can do it, you're not going to do it. Even people who do think they can do it won't do it. So it's one of those things where you have to be fully committed. You have to be ready to go. And I mean, if you want to just see it and try once, sure, go ahead, but not guaranteeing fun for you.
Well, that's fair. And to be perfectly honest, as much as I like to think about being in the ring, I'm not exactly sure I could handle it. To me, it's more about the entrance and the entrance music as opposed to taking a beating in the ring.
I mean, like all that stuff's super fun, but in order to get there, you have to train. And in your first class, when you step into that ring, finally, if you're allowed, you're intimidated and you're not sure what's going to happen. You got to try your best and hope for the best.
And hope for the best.
Put it that way.
Hope you don't get injured or anything like that happening for sure.
Mhm.
All right.
I mean,
so how do you feel about a lightning round now?
Lightning round. Yeah, let's do it.
Are you into that?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna try and answer like I think it's about 10 questions in like a minute.
Okay. Sure.
Do you think okay.
I think we got that.
So let's see how fast we can make this go. All right. All right. First question. Pizza, burgers, or tacos?
Tacos, for sure.
Nice.
No debate.
No debate. I'm with you
Big
on that
taco
one.
guy.
What kind of tacos? Sorry, I know this is gonna take longer, but I'm curious.
Carnitas.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Barbacoa sometimes.
Yeah. So a meat lover, I'm guessing there.
I'm not getting bean tacos. Come on.
All right. So, are you team Freddy Krueger or team Jason Voorhees?
I'm team Jake Krueger, moment of truth.
Oh, there you go. That's an excellent question. It
Next.
wasn't one of the answers, but that's good.
That's my answer.
Okay. No, I like that. Who has the better mustache, Tom Selleck or Good Thelonious?
Oh. Okay, this isn't a lightning round anymore.
We got to expound on this a little bit.
First of all, Thelonious is just rage-inducing. His mittens or whatever he calls them.
You don't
stupid.
like the mittens?
No, they're not fair. You shouldn't be able to use them. He slapped me in the face with them multiple times. It's a foreign object. I'm not necessarily a wrestling purist. I am at heart because I love wrestling in its entirety. But you should not be allowed to use those on your opponent. In my opinion, maybe the rest think different. I don't know. I think it's garbage. Also, that guy he has with him, super weird, super creepy. I don't like the whole dimensional. Oh, God. Somebody take care of this? What is going? He just like disappeared. It was like
I'm just concerned at some point we're going to get sucked into the fifth dimension. So I'm glad that you're on that side. Good luck.
sure.
Okay, you ready for a few more questions? I think. Are
To
you
answer
feeling
your question, as much as I hate to say it, Thelonious, Hovinius, Harlequin, because I'm not a Tom Selleck guy. Next question.
fair?
I
All
hate
right.
it every second of it.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars, no doubt. Big
Love
Darth
it.
Maul guy.
Oh, love that Darth Maul. Although I have to say,
Huge paw.
yeah,
Obviously. I mean, he shows up.
yeah.
Zoom, and then all of a sudden, zoom. How do you not love that? I mean,
You know who else I particularly love as a villain is General Grievous, and it's mostly just about the name. You don't like that guy?
no. Darth Maul was cooler. He did it first. He has
Fair.
4. Oh, yeah, we're going to make out 4. Like, no, the 2 was cool. Stop there.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like doing like 5 or 6 or 7 finishers. Like, no. 1's awesome. 2 is overkill sometimes. We're not doing any more than that. You don't need 5 or 6 lightsabers, whatever the hell he has. We're not doing that.
No,
No, not
and he's also a machine, so that's kind of like
Yeah, I mean, he might as well just be a droid to me. Next time.
Yeah. Moving on. Do you eat pineapple on pizza?
Yes,
Yes?
absolutely.
Only
I have
with
extensive
ham,
pizza
or
background. I used
do
to
you have an
pizza
extensive
place.
pizza background? Pizza food.
I've had this debate. It's not mine, obviously tacos, but
Wow, yeah.
I worked at a pizza place. Worked at Romeo's, great place.
Love Romeo.
Best pizza in the city. No,
Yes, preach.
or pineapples belong on pizza.
I agree.
Whether you agree or not, I don't really care. You're saying, oh, it's a fruit, so are tomatoes. It's
Yep.
the base of pizza.
Yep.
You sound really dumb by making that argument. Next question.
Okay, moving on. All right. Your favorite candy?
Mike and Ike.
Nice.
Variety, good texture.
Yep.
I don't need a ton of that, but whatever.
Yeah, me neither. No, actually I do. Favorite band
Band.
or a musical act?
Another Mount Rushmore question, eh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a bunch of that I'm just listening to right now. Drake, Kanye West, Cameron, Tyga. I don't even
Love all
know.
that. Love
Yeah,
all
I'm a
of
big rap guy.
I can tell.
Jay-Z sometimes. I don't like his new stuff.
Sweet.
I mean, you really want to throw it back. Regular Biggie.
Uh-oh. Biggie. All right. Anyway, so that is it for our lightning round. We didn't quite get it in under a minute, but that's great. You know, I feel like I know you a whole lot better.
I mean, the whole Thelonious and whatever.
It tripped you
What's
up.
going-
I get it. The
I
whole
mean-
mustache question. But I hope you
It wasn't even just that. It was the weird dude.
well, and that too.
FBLE.
I'm trying to not. I'm trying to wipe that memory out of my mind. You don't happen to have one of those men in black.
Put me in the
do you?
box if that gets it out of my mind. I don't even care.
I'm with you. All right. Well, it's been a blast. You never know what's going to happen here on Karen About Wrestling, but I hope you're going to join me next time when we are going to be interviewing another wrestler that you are just going to love. It's been awesome, Sawyer Stein. Everybody has been really excited for you to answer all these questions. And also check out everything wrestling on 365prowrestling.com. I am Karen the Intern, and this has been Karen About Wrestling.